What's going on, guys? The White Trash Trade Up Challenge is finally back. We got a potential trade we're gonna go check out here as soon as the guy texts us. But this is our 2002 Tahoe that we got in the White Trash Trade Up Challenge. Well, we've had some fun with it. We've had the engine out, rebuilt it. Just for a good old time's sake, we're gonna go whip it right in the backyard. It just rained, it's wet, so what better way to send it on its way and then do some backyard drifting.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all, I think you know what it's time for. It's time to get sideways. Put my hat in serious mode.
I'm Bryson.
Yeehaw, cowboy! Oh, tree, 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 tree. Oopsie daisy. Oh my God. Oh.
Brother.
Yo, take a look at this. What happened? I'll tell you what happened.
That thing dug, son.
Oh my God. I fucked up my yard. Well, I think that was a good send-off for the White Trash Tahoe. So before you trade your White Trash trade-up vehicle, you gotta make sure you clean out all this out of there. Look at all that mud kicked up in there. You gotta clean that out of there because you don't want them to know that you just beat the shit out of their daily driver. So just take a quick minute. Spray all that. Because, well, it just looks good on you if you deliver a clean product. This product doesn't look good. So clean it up. Now we'll be right back. Well, folks, we got it. Would you just take a look at this? 2012 Chevy Silverado 1500. The 1500 stands for 1500 horses under the hood. This white trash unit, brother. It's actually white trash. The truck's white and it's fucking trash. But in all seriousness, so this is a massive upgrade from the Tahoe. Tahoe is an 02. The interior was trash. Come take a look at this interior. Well, it does have its imperfections. We'll show you that last, all right? Don't. Just take a look at the interior, brother. It's even got four-wheel drive, and it works. Now, for the trash part of the interior, hope you don't ever need to use the door handle because it don't exist. So if you got a, like, there's not even an oh shit button. I don't know what to tell you. Just don't use the door handle. Now I don't know what he was thinking when he painted these wheels blue. Like blue on a white truck. This ain't Need for Speed Most Wanted, and that sure as hell ain't a BMW, brother.
You don't want to address the elephant in the room?
Elephant?
On the side?
The dent? I think this is what happened. I think your buddy said he liked to drink, and when I like to drink, I do dumb shit. So I'm sure it was probably a whole lot of bit of that, and that's probably what happened. But we're not gonna talk about it. What then?
So right. if it's such a massive upgrade, you had to give something on top of the trade, right? Or is it just trade for trade?
Trade for trade, brother. That's the whole point of the White Trash Trade Up Challenge. You just trade for trade until you get to what we want. And we're getting closer. Now, it is a little rusty. You can see some of the rockers. Well, they've seen better. Don't look at that either. That door light just came out. This is like probably the coolest part. E85, brother. 85% Ethiopia.
American muscle.
Yeah. And it does have the typical Chevy truck rust. I mean, it is what it is.
That's
but
a little loose.
we got cool tires. But look, also too, if you like to jump, like women be jumping to conclusions nowadays. Look at this. Oh, my glasses. It's not good. But so come take a look at this. Take a look at this. The cross member down there, well, that's not where it's supposed to be. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. So, you know, when you trade to something, we traded 10 years up, all right? We went from an 02 to a 2012. So sometimes you have to make a little bit of sacrifices, right? So yes, it's a little bit of rust, a little bit, it's fine. Don't look at that, brother, it'll be fine. We can weld, I can weld a dick to a snowman probably.
Now you're taking my life.
Yeah, I can do that. So I can weld that in. It ain't no big deal. You got a little bit of rust here. It is what it is. A little bit down there. It is what it is. Check out this side. Now he said he's got a leveling kit in here. It's already partially assembled. Oh, look at that. Brand new control arms. Check that out. So maybe it wasn't such a bad deal after all. But also, look at these thick boys, dude. Thick, brother. Can you see how thick that is? I see you. But like, they go. We're not using these. Look, it only goes through 3 of the lug nuts. What the fuck, brother?
Hey, you just told the man, hey, some of them be snapping lug nuts off.
Yeah, and he said, no, that's not. That's gonna snap some lug nuts, brother.
Yeah, 100%.
So we do have.
Door shut's nice.
Yeah, it does. So we do have one minor inconvenience that we are going to address today, and this might be the most heartbreaking part of this entire trade. Would you look at that, brother? But I know just the guy who can fix that. He's standing right behind the camera.
Alright, so this is exactly what you need to fix up broken plastic. A drill bit with a drill gun and zip ties.
Let's lean in here.
Just gotta pull about right here. Gotta waller it out a little bit. Might fit. Gotta check fitment real quick. Nah, she's a little tight. Oh, that's money right there. Guaranteed. Next side. Guarantee it. We're also gonna do another safety one just in case it breaks, but they never break. Just perfect holes. Beautiful. Okay, now you grab your trusty dusty zip ties. Gonna go in, pull it. Back through the other hole. First you gotta make sure it's going the right way. You don't want to put it backwards. Bada boom, bada bang.
Before you tighten that, maybe you should get the other one through too.
Oh, I will.
Just a little professional tip, you know.
Who's the professional here, me or you?
My bad. I'll just shut my mouth. Remember that one time at band camp?
I actually do. There's the one guy was saying they traded the truck. I was drunk that night. Bada boom, bada bang.
Now watch how beautifully that pulls it together.
Like it was never even broken. Just yank on that boy. Boom. Now, Milwaukee knife. So we're messing with the Chevy. Beautiful.
And that is how you fix a broken grill on your white trash trade up Chevy.
Yes, sir.
In all seriousness though, it runs, it drives. So let's fire it up so you guys can hear it. Because it actually sounds pretty good. That's what it smells like to be an American, brother. I got a headache now. I'm getting old. But what is it that they say when you fire up something American, brother? What is it?
Will it do a burnout?
Before that. What do you do before that? You put it on the chip, right?
Oh.
Let's see. Excuse you, buddy. Let's see if it has a rebel on it. That's unfortunate. It doesn't. But there's only one thing left to do, and we gotta see if it's gonna do a burnout. Hey, what does M mean? It's got an M.
Probably for more power.
All right. I like that. I'm getting real sick and tired of these Chevy trucks not doing a damn burnout. I know how to fix this though.
How you gonna fix it?
We gotta go to the barn. You guys wanna go on a road trip? Let's go. So like the problem is it maybe the fact that it's not a piece of shit Chevy? Maybe the problem is I forgot to turn traction control off. Because I'm not used to these new trucks, so check this out. Now that, brother, is a burnout. And it did both tires. Look at this. Those are the lines I like, brother. But in all seriousness, there are a few things that we're gonna have to address before we put this on Marketplace and try to trade it. We're gonna do something about this dent. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna maybe do something about the rust. I might see if I can find another white bed. There's another long bed to replace this. And then while the bed's off, we can handle everything else underneath. Like we can fix the cross member, whatever else is wrong underneath the bed, we can figure that out when that time comes. But I think it makes more sense to just replace the bed at this point.
Yeah.
And maybe even if we can't find a bed that's close, maybe we can find a different color and then cut the little rust spots out here and then just have it wrapped. I mean, because to wrap a cab probably isn't near as expensive to wrap an entire truck. So maybe we do that. I think the wheels and tires are fine. They're not too beat to you know what. I guess it really just depends what we do with the bed, but I would like to have another cover on here. Because I mean, you can kind of see it's dented, but I guess it really just depends what we do with the bed. The bed's just a little bit rusted. So we got to figure out the radio situation. The guy said he bought a new radio and harness and tried to put in there, but apparently these have problems with the radios. When you try to switch them out, sometimes they don't start or has security issues. I don't know. I just do burnouts. That's all I know. So we got to figure that out. And under the hood wise, let me pop the hood. It is just a single stock 5.3, no turbo. Unfortunately, brother, it'd be a lot cooler if it did have a turbo. But when we got it, we noticed that this cylinder over here, spark plug over here in cylinder number 1, was going boop, 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 boop. Brother, it was loose. It literally came right out. But it needs spark plugs. That spark plug was nasty. I should have left it out so you could see it. But so we're probably gonna do plugs and wires on it. I'll order some spark plugs, wires. Because I'll just do the same ones we put on the old Tahoe. Those were decent. AC Delco plugs and Walker product wires, 8.8mm wires. And they were good on the Tahoe, so I'll put them on here. Mechanically, this thing runs fine. So I don't think there's anything we're gonna do major.
Yeah, motor-wise.
We'll probably do basic maintenance stuff, like we're actually gonna do spark plugs and wires. It might need the oil pressure sensor, because it has a check engine light for the oil pressure sensor. So I'll probably order that, and then I think we're gonna go ahead and do a coolant flush on it as well. So just, you know, oil change, coolant flush, oil pressure sensor, spark plugs, wires, oil change.
Better for the next guy.
Yeah. So we'll take care of that. If the air filter needs replaced, we'll replace that too. The other's running right about 210, so maybe we'll see if we can't put a colder thermostat in it. It has electric fans, but I really didn't even think to see if the fans were kicking on. We haven't got to that point yet. So we'll kind of just do some basic things to make it better for the next person when we decide to trade. So overall, I think this is a massive upgrade from the Tahoe. The inside of the Tahoe was beat up. While it did have pretty much essentially a rebuilt engine, the inside was trash. It was a little rusty, but so is this. And sometimes you gotta make a little bit of sacrifice to trade up. So we traded up 10 years, went from a 2002 to a 2012. This has its flaws, but I think this is a massive step in the right direction. What do you think?
I think you got a steal on this. Compared to the Tahoe, it's a nice truck, runs good, doesn't have any rough idle. You know, the Tahoe had an oil leak, you fixed it. The thing runs like a champ. Couldn't ask for anything more.
This thing really does, it runs really good. So we did a burnout, and that's one of the most important things here at Gunyon Brothers Entertainment, is it has to do a burnout. The old Tahoe didn't do a burnout when we got it, and it sure did when it left. So there's really nothing that we need to do to this. And before I forget to put this in here, the guy said he already has the active fuel management displacement on demand deleted. That's already tuned out and deleted, so that's nothing that we need to even worry about. And when you have a 2012 with that, you get worried about that because it's common for those lifters to collapse and wipe out the camshaft. And that can get expensive, and I really don't want to do another engine rebuild right now. Maybe if we do one a couple trades down the line, I'd be okay with it, but back-to-back engine builds, brother, that's not good for the bank. So I'm glad that it's deleted and taken care of already, so that makes that a little bit easier.
For you non-car people, there's something in there that when your truck is running good, it's good, but then the next day it go.
It basically turns your V8 all-American horsepower machine to a V4, something not cool.
Honda Civic.
Honda Civic.
Yeah, it'd be pretty funny.
Huh.
If you get the V8 sound from one side and it switches over to the 4-cylinder, has a fart can on it.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine going down the road?
2 separate exhausts and your truck sounds like a riced out Honda Civic. Oh, brother. Well, I don't know that there's anything else that we can do in this video. We did the burnout. We made the trade. Tyler showed you guys how to fix your broken grill. I think that about wraps it up for this video, to be quite honest with you. What do you guys think? Do you think we made a good trade? Do you think it was a bad trade? I think it was a good trade. Tyler thinks it's a good trade, and that's all that matters. We're not going to rip it in the backyard because the Tahoe absolutely just demolished the backyard, and we spent like 15 minutes cleaning out all the grass from inside the fenders of the Tahoe. So I need to let my backyard recuperate before we tear up any backyards. So if anybody has a backyard that needs torn up, you know who to call, brother. I'll be waiting. In all seriousness though, that's gonna do it for this video. Peace.
Peace.